Hi, welcome to Fuzzy People. I'm one of your hosts, Jesse Nicholas, and with me as always...
Mr. Richard Knaujuk. Hello out there.
Hi. So again, we have Tony Melville, our music liaison.
Woo!
Hooty hoo.
And our special guest today, he's the producer of the Yeah Buddy Awesome Time show. It's a bi-weekly?
Bi-monthly.
Bi-monthly?
So there's multiple interpretations on bi-monthly. Could be once every other month. Could be twice a month.
But twice a month.
It's twice a month.
But it's not every other week?
Yeah, it's bi-weekly. It's not twice a week.
Okay. He also is a host of Beer Belly at Pint every Wednesday night at 8?
It starts at 8:30.
8:30?
Yeah.
And the podcast What's Good with Jason Melton, funny comedian Jason Melton.
Woo! Yeah, thank you for having me on the podcast.
It's a lot. Sorry to interrupt a lot. I'm sorry.
I was hoping to be a mystery guest.
Yeah.
Name never revealed.
Try that sometime. That'd be a good idea.
That is not a bad idea. So I met Jason doing stand-up, and I enjoy his weird sensibilities, and wanted to have him on the show.
Yeah.
So, how are you doing, Jason?
How's your Tuesday?
This is good. I worked, and then I came here almost immediately after.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it was pretty okay.
It's important that way.
And we wanted to have Tony on, well, not only because his schedule permitted, but also because Jason just released an EP.
Oh, yeah. And you're a musician, Tony?
Yeah.
I released an EP with my roommate. Yeah.
I'm supposed to be the expert, yes. Liaison.
Yeah.
What kind of music is going on there?
It's really weird. The project is called the Carbon Monoxide, Brown Recluse Spiders, and the Struggle for Acceptance.
All right.
And the premise of it is me and my roommate do these songs that are sort of based on the opposite of our instinct. So we'll take a song and like, oh yeah, we should never have a microphone recording of somebody eating French fries in the background of this. So that's exactly what we'll do. And then just a bunch of different weird stuff. So it's really eclectic.
Awesome, yeah, that sounds fun.
Nice.
Little avant-garde concrete music type of thing going on.
Yeah, absolutely. It's even one of the episodes is sort of like podcast-ish. Like one of the songs, it has like us talking throughout it, and then like music kicking in and out like when we're not talking. So it's kind of interesting. Like that's from our EP, which is called 42069 24/7.
And what was the name of the project again? The group?
Oh, it's the Carbon Monoxide, Brown Recluse Spiders, and the Struggle for Acceptance. And it's not the word 4; it's the number 4 with an exclamation point, and the word
This is for space saving.
and the word acceptance is spelled with an X instead of EX.
Is this like on the interwebs somewhere that I can access? I'd like to check this out.
Yeah. It's on our SoundCloud channel I have for our music stuff. It's soundcloud.com/impotent-ohms.
Okay.
Impotent ohms.
OHM?
OHMS, yeah.
Ohms.
Right.
I dig it.
So you said you've been recording music since you were 14, just a moment ago.
Yeah.
Like, what other kind of projects? Have you been in any more traditional bands, or?
Yeah, me and my roommate have been playing music together for like 10 years, and we have like a whole bunch of music. He's like a genius, like one of those like creative geniuses. He's written over 1,000 songs, and like,
oh wow,
just an amazing musician, really interesting. And we've been playing music in different bands, mainly like garage rock, really like a lot of songwriting type of stuff.
Yeah,
that kind of stuff.
Do you get any good? What are some good old band names?
Oh,
yeah. I want to hear some high school shit. What do you got? What do you got for me?
Sure. Well, the first band what we were in was called The Union Forever. Okay. And there was like 7 or 8 of us in it because we didn't. I don't know.
Was it a ska band or something?
Check shoes and all.
It was really the same kind of music we still play, which is just like kind of like basement garage rock songwriter stuff, lo-fi. But we had too many people in it, and it was just chaotic, and there was all this high school kind of drama between us, so it fell apart pretty quickly.
Yeah, being in a band is like having that many girlfriends all at once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. You're better off with less.
What sort of instruments do you play?
I'm self-taught, and I play mainly guitar now, but I also could play bass and keyboard, and I play like a little bit of mandolin, and I can make drum loops and stuff like production and stuff like that, and use all those sort of elements. Yeah. But, yeah.
Mandolin makes sense with the beard.
Do you have a name for your mandolin?
No, it's not even mine. It's my roommate's. So, but actually, I don't even really know how to play a mandolin. What I do is I just tune it to an open tuning, and then I just bar everything. So, I don't know if that makes sense if you're musically inclined. It's a cheap way of doing it.
You tune it so it already plays a chord if you just hit all the strings open. That's what an open tuning is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
I forget.
I wish I still played music, but
Same.
Yeah. What did you play, Richard?
Well, I started off on just like percussion in like middle school, which percussion means like
Drum pad.
drums. Yeah, anything drums, like a cheap plastic disc that you hit.
Yeah,
Triangle.
Yeah, triangle.
Have you ever played a zither?
A zither?
Yeah.
I played a xylophone, not a zither.
Zithers are fun.
What's that?
I don't even remember now. I can't. It just has a fun name. I'm pretty sure it makes that like woo sound. You know what I'm talking about? No, I don't know. I know it's a percussion instrument.
One of these. And later on,
It's a rattling sound. I don't know. I should probably know what I'm talking about before I bring things up.
At least you're honest.
Yeah. Later on, I started learning piano, and I do it here and there, but it's become more rare. I think what I'm going to do now is just assemble a bunch of kazoos and just make like a pan flute out of kazoos.
it's a really good idea.
Just dance around with my furry legs or something on the street.
Something worse. Yeah, it's going to be worse than a pan flute.
That's right. It's worse.
It's like pan flutes are great, but this is a kazoo version.
It's a panzoo.
See, I backed the wrong horse instrumentally. I got till 6th grade, and they were like, "Here's a trumpet," and I was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll stick to this forever."
Yeah.
And then like euphonium in high school, but like trumpet's not something you can like play in a dorm room without being an asshole. So I just kind of stopped.
Yeah. There's a really funny YouTube video, I don't know if you've ever seen it, where a guy is practicing his trumpet, and then this other guy starts yelling at him in New York.
Oh, yeah, I have seen that video.
Super funny.
You're out here on the streets annoying people. Like, he's just like...
He makes it seem like he's going to fight the guy for playing the trumpet.
Was he a good trumpeter? Like...
I don't think the video has him playing, so I couldn't
He's just
say.
holding it, and this guy's threatening it.
Some college student, too, who's, like, going to school for music, if I remember correctly. So it's like, he has to be at least decent at the trumpet. Like,
Sure.
Some guy was just having a really bad day, apparently. How dare you entertain people with music?
How dare you try to make the world a prettier place, you motherfucker.
The guy was very angry. I don't know.
You'd have to be mad at someone just for playing the trumpet. Maybe was it muted? Was it muted at least? No. Maybe I could see that if it got went right into his ear. That could be.
Yeah.
Well,
But,
in the video,
yeah.
he's not even like on a sidewalk or anything. It's like a big kind of like open sort of like courtyard for like some office building. So it's not like people are walking near him.
Yeah. That's okay. Well, we determined it. People are the worst. They're terrible.
I always wish like I had gotten into the more like classical side of music, like in school at least. I don't know. I've always wanted to really learn how to play the saxophone.
Yeah, me too.
And like Chad, I remember. Shout out to our friend Chad. He plays in a band called Free Kittens. You should check that out.
Okay. There's a Kim Gordon from Sonic Youth has an album called Freakin'. Is that right?
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, never mind. There's another group with a similar name attached to Sonic Youth. Go on, please.
Oh, but yeah, our friend Chad like bought a clarinet like secondhand from like St. Vincent's or like Goodwill or something, and I remember him like trying to learn it. And just for those of you who are just listening, I put scare quotes around trying to learn it, because every time I heard him play it, he was just making squawking noises around his house with it, like scaring his cat and stuff.
Oh, yeah. There's something really grating about learning to play a musical instrument.
Especially a wind instrument, because you can make really awesome noises with those.
Yeah, in close quarters, too. I mean, I'm kind of glad that I moved back into the suburbs now. There's like a lot of open space, and my dad has like a saxophone lying around. Yeah. There are clarinets that are just being used as mantelpieces or something over a fireplace. Like, nobody plays them. If anything, they're extra firewood. Boo. Yeah. But, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should just start playing. I could play to the audience of the kittens that were just born outside my shed.
Do it up, man. Yeah. The woodwinds are kind of a tough one to teach yourself, though. Like, I want to put it wise, but fuck it.
I want to put an echo effect on it, because for some reason I just think it's so cool.
I actually echo effects on everything. Remember seeing there's this place in Ypsilanti in Michigan that I used to go to. Not very frequently, but like I had a shitty car growing up, so like I couldn't drive out of town very often. But this place called the Dreamland Theater. And they mostly did puppet shows there. But, like, once every few months, they would have, like, this noise show. Like, there was this tape label called Bearwire Technologies, and they would, like, get all these noise bands to play. And there was this guy called MC Trash Pedal. And he had, like, this sheet of plywood that was, like, massive. It was, like, probably 5 feet long, and it was just covered in effects pedals. He had, like, attached them to this plywood, and there's a microphone at one end, and he just played a trumpet into it and, like, fucked with all these pedals to make noise. It was really awesome.
Sounds great.
That sounds fucking dope. Yeah.
Sounds interesting. I saw a fellow play a saxophone with a bunch of effects pedals in a group before, like you were saying. And I don't know, I didn't like it.
No?
It was just like it just made a really muddy sound.
Oh, bummer.
In a like jazz group he was playing in, it was weird.
Yeah, that's a little too much.
That's the danger.
Yeah. While everyone else is sort of playing on point, and then you just hear this
shoegaze jazz.
And on that note, I am going to take some penicillin for my sinus infection and share some apricots with my friends. We'll be right back.
Apricots, yay!
There was this Buddhist fella named Nanin, and he went down to the market one day, and when he was down there, he saw this fella trying to barter with this guy behind the meat cart. So this guy had all these different kinds of meat set up, and the fella says, "I want your best piece of meat. I want your best piece of meat." And the guy behind the cart goes, "They're all the best piece of meat." And upon hearing that, Nanin Chow became enlightened.
Hey there, and welcome back to Fuzzy People. What are you doing this summer? Jason?
Smooth.
What a good time. Let's have a good time.
Summer, Beach Boys, what's going on?
Yeah.
Well, I have no specific summer plans. I don't like the beach because of how wet and sandy you get.
But it's a great place to drink rum.
Yeah.
Out of a flask.
Yeah. Right. You don't even care how your feet feel with all that gritty shit between them.
I only like off-season beach, personally. Ice
beach?
Ice beach. Yeah, like winter, fall beach, when like no one's there. That's my jam. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Or like night beach. Night beach is shit.
Didn't realize this topic would be so controversial.
No. Everyone agrees on night beach.
But you get wet, and then you come out, and you get the sand on you.
Yeah.
and you got to go back in the water to get.
Dude, I've actually,
and every time you get out, there's always sand around, so
I've never been to
trapped
a
in
beach
perpetual.
in Chicago. Do they have like the showers where you can rinse off after?
I've not been to the beach here either.
Around here, they just have like water fountains that if you find a good water fountain, it'll have like a separate spout that'll spray on your feet.
Okay.
But you got to be lucky with that one. Otherwise, back in the water, jackass.
All right. So no beaches.
I'm going to be. Actually, I got. I lost my job for a little bit, but I'm a teacher at Purdue Calumet University in Hammond, Indiana, and I'm going to be teaching a course on ethics this summer. Intro to Ethics. I've also taught Intro to Philosophy and Symbolic Logic. I'm a college instructor.
Do you enjoy teaching?
Oh, I love it. It's the best. Yeah.
Even the freshmen's? Like,
I mean, yeah, they're totally uninterested, but I still love it.
I guess which class would be coming in during the summer? Because if you're teaching over the summer, like it could be incoming freshmen, or it could be like anybody in between.
Well, it's a weird. I mean, in terms of just like the kind of classes you get, it's interesting because philosophy is like a gen ed requirement for like most of the humanities people. So you get all sorts of like psychology and whatever communications majors and like all sorts of different people. But Purdue Cal is a weird campus because it's a commuter campus. I get like students who are like in their 40s, like returning to school to get a better job, like, and then I get like fresh out of high school kids. So it's a very diverse group, mainly working class. A lot of people work and go to school. Very busy. I don't know. It's interesting though.
How far is Hammond from here?
It's only like 45 minutes, probably.
Oh, so you could just drive to work there.
Oh yeah, right. I'm not gonna. Yeah,
I'm not gonna live in Indiana.
Yeah.
Why would I?
Yeah, Hammond and Hammond.
Oh man, it's bleak. Every time I go back out there, it's like I was like at the bank the other day in Hammond, trying to get something for direct deposit, and I was like looking around like this is terrible. I don't look like these guys. I don't have camouflage on.
Just go to a farm and fleet and get your wardrobe.
Yeah.
Cabela's somewhere, right?
Oh yeah, Cabela's.
That's right there, and right when you get off in Hammond, there's a Cabela's right on the exit of 9094.
Sweet.
Yeah,
That is my superpower. Is knowing exactly where Cabela's are.
Yeah.
I'd love to read that series of comic books.
There's a Cabela's around.
There's only half an issue. It's just like, I got a job at Google Maps. And they're like, where's the next Cabela's?
I went to Sandy Hook, or I went to Sandy Hook.
Not the right
I went to
words.
Cabela's right after Sandy Hook, and it was around Christmas also.
Yeah.
Sandy Hook, the gun sales spiked through the roof.
You serious?
Yeah, because everyone thought that the government was going to take away the guns.
This was
Everyone
finally it?
stockpiling. Yeah. And I just remember going to where all the guns were, and everyone was just like everyone's like looking at guns and stuff, like just rows of people, like. And then and then I was like, my heart just started beating involuntarily, like. I was like, holy crap.
And then stumbled upon a militia. They're taking Cabela's over.
And then there was one person with a duck call going, wah, wah, just over and over again. We're too excessively. And I was like,
That would be horrifying.
yeah.
It sounds like a fever dream.
It's, yeah. That was intense. Yeah.
Is that welcome to Hammond, Indiana? All your fever dreams come true.
Yeah, right.
No, it's not in Hammond.
Oh, you're horrible. Yeah.
Do they have like a nice downtown area or like a weird like college bar shit?
Well, I mean, Northwest Indiana in general is just it's like dead steel mills around Lake Michigan, like unemployment. So
it's the Midwest, yeah.
Yeah, it's the Midwest, yeah. So Hammond's is interesting. The way it's developing is around the edges for some reason. I think that's because the expressway is there and they get people coming off the expressway. Okay. But their downtown is bankrupt and I don't know.
Fuck.
Yeah. There's a cool art gallery. I used to do music at an open mic down there, but otherwise...
Pretty Midwest.
Yeah, pretty Midwest.
I gotta say though, if you were my philosophy or ethics teacher, that'd be the greatest thing. How many students are like actually excited to see someone with a giant beard teaching their class, and they're like, "Oh, okay, this is gonna be interesting."
Oh, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Beards are very stylish these days, I guess. I just, stopped shaving and it grew out.
I used to have one.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
I went through the stages of beards. Like after a certain time, I was just like, I'm gonna start fresh. So I was clean shaven for a time, and then for a little while, stubble, looking good.
Yeah.
And then came out a little more. I can't shave it because I want that beard.
Right.
But it's looking kind of crappy. And then it keeps going like that for like 2 weeks. And then eventually it gets to beard level, which is great, which is wonderful. And that's the most I went through until I surpassed beard level, like simple beard.
Yeah.
And it became more like the in-between stage between like a simple, like slim sort of beard and then the big beard that I'd hope I'd get. Like, you know, that's a good-looking beard you have.
Yeah, there's a middle part that sucks.
That middle part.
Yeah, and if you could just hold out, then you have a beard, I guess.
Yeah. Hopefully.
I made it like a week and a half and was just like, my face is looking awful. And I don't have anything to, like, trim a beard or, like, keep it maintained. So I was just like, I'm going to shave before it gets to a point where I have to, like, go to a barber and make them shave me.
Yeah. Otherwise, you just look like you've been living under someone's stairs.
What year is it?
I feel like having a beard like yours, though, as like a philosophy instructor, makes you more credible. Because like that was, the ancient Greeks,
That's
like
what I was getting
that
at.
was they. As a scholar, you had to have a beard, or nobody took you seriously. That was like a sign of a good thinker.
Yeah, I wonder why. I guess, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know the history, but I know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. Tony, do you remember the other night, what was the cynic's name? We had a very long conversation
Diogenes.
about the existence of Diogenes.
About the existence?
Yeah. All right.
Jesse doubted that he actually existed. And I was
playing
Morality Tale?
He was... Tony, take it away.
You might know this better than I would. You're familiar with Diogenes?
I know one of his works, and I know he was like he was a sophist or whatever.
Yeah. So Diogenes, like, I don't think he ever actually wrote anything down. He was one of those, but he like lived outside of a temple somewhere in a giant like wooden barrel, and like he would roll the barrel around town, and like he carried a lamp during the daylight, and like was just a weird guy. And his whole thing was just, like, kind of subverting Greek culture. Like, that's all he did. And it is a really interesting character. And
I posited that he was more effective as an idea than as a person.
I see.
That maybe he didn't actually exist.
Which is possible, because, I mean, none of his writings exist if he actually... There might be some fragments, actually. I'm not sure. But,
Are there separate historical accounts, like maybe other people writing about him, or?
I mean, I believe so. He has a pretty extensive Wikipedia page. So, like,
all right, as long as he can get cited, as long as people can cite something there.
Man, I really want to look him up now because I feel like I knew a work by him where he was sort of like making this argument by not arguing. It was interesting because. He was like making an argument that morality was subjective, like it was basically an argument for cultural relativism. Unless I'm mixing him up with somebody else, the argument is basically like, well, you see in this culture, they eat some of their dead people before they bury them, and you see in this culture, they burn the dead people, and you see in this one, so there's no right way because everyone does it a different way, and everyone's way is ultimately wrong, like not right or wrong. So
yeah, I mean that does sound like a very Diogenesiac idea. I don't know how to like
diagnostic.
So who is like your favorite philosopher?
That's tough, but I do like Socrates and Plato, and Socrates didn't write. Plato wrote everything of Socrates. And Hume a lot, David Hume, the skeptic. Okay. I like what he said about miracles. He said, if you think about all the times people are mistaken, or they lie, or they're just not kind of fuzzy and they just go with something, it's far more likely that a miracle didn't happen than that it did. It's far more likely that it was a lie.
I was favored like the existentialists.
Oh,
because
yeah.
I was a really cool teenager.
Jean Paul.
Yeah, for sure. I never got into them very much. I was always more into metaphysics and the analytic tradition.
Okay.
Basically, the two groups get divided for some reason. There's
the continental and the...
Yeah. All the existentialists and all the, like, guys who have these very, like, point A to point B arguments, whereas Sartre was arguing through a novel or, different stuff like that.
Yeah, actually, I'm like back in school now at DePaul. I took a few years off, but last quarter I had to take like a multiculturalism class, and I thought it was just going to be this like really boring, like, oh great, we're going to talk about civil rights. Like, not that civil rights is boring, but like, I hate history, which
it's been said.
I really
before.
hate history, but like it doesn't interest me as much as it should, and like.
Sure. History's pretty boring.
Yeah, that's the problem.
It can be. It has to be taught right. Yeah.
But anyway, so I registered for this multiculturalism class, and it was like the first actual class, like first time being back in school for almost 4 years, and the teacher like hands out the syllabus, and I look at it, and the first reading is from Sartre's Being and Nothingness, and I was just like, what the fuck kind of multiculturalism class is this?
Yeah.
Like,
first reading. That's right.
But yeah, I ended up really enjoying it. Like she was actually in the philosophy department, and so it was kind of like, we're just going to talk about philosophy and try and relate it to well, I mean, it was kind of related. Like,
that's awesome.
We read some bell hooks and we talked about Foucault and like the genealogy of power and stuff like that. But yeah, it was
nice.
It was a lot better than I thought it was going to be for a multiculturalism class.
For sure.
I'm feeling like even worse about my degree, because like the only because I studied reading. I studied stories. I just studied stories. I like the only philosophy class, like, to get that credit, I took Intro to Logic. I got a B in it, but it was the prime nap time, 2 to 3 every day. So every like 2 or 3 times a week. So like, yeah, I just
did you have to do symbolic logic?
Ooh. Yes,
you learn that
Boolean
weird fucking alphabet and like okay.
And I learned it enough to pass the class, like get a B in the class, but I don't remember any of it.
Yeah, I took a logic class too, and like I wasn't expecting that. I thought we were going to talk about like fallacies and stuff, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, you have to basically learn this new type of math. Mm-hmm. What is this?
I used to teach that class.
Yeah,
that was like my main class, but. Yeah, there's formal and informal logic.
Right,
and that's formal logic, yeah.
And when I went to college, back in the day, 3 years ago now? I guess 3. Advertising, man. I studied journalism, but then I realized, I like the ethics of journalism, or what I found to be the ethics of journalism, until I realized, that if I wanted a job, I would probably seek something more corporate.
Right.
And if I didn't want that job, I'd have to go to, like, I don't know, some startup or something that won't pay me. So I'd have to like steal potatoes or something. But yeah, I eventually went into advertising and marketing, and I just thought like, oh yeah, I get to do something creative here. But it almost felt like for years, I was just taking a really long course in idiocracy. Like, what? Oh, I'm paying you thousands of dollars to learn about what Taco Bell did? To get people to eat their fucking tacos? I mean, it works. But
speaking of, sorry to digress, but how stoked are you guys that Baja Blast is on the shelves now?
Yeah, in cans and cans.
When's the last time you've had a Baja Blast?
Last time I went to Taco Bell, which probably was sooner than it should have been, or more recent than it should have been.
Yeah, it's been a couple months.
Are you going to buy Baja Blast?
I want to. Next time I see it, I'm going to.
It's only here for the summer, they say.
Oh, damn.
The legends say.
I think it'll be a McRib situation. It'll probably be back.
Oh,
they serve the McRib year round in the South?
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
It's true.
Wow.
Gross.
Yeah.
I haven't eaten at McDonald's in years because I became a vegetarian, and even their fries have meat in them.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
See, I'm at a budgetary point where, like, I had McDonald's the other day, and I felt terrible about it.
Yeah, I told a story about McDonald's on our first podcast. It was the last time I've eaten it. That was months ago.
It's not food.
It feels gray.
Yeah.
Synesthesia. It feels gray.
I came up with an speaking of advertising, I came up with an advertising slogan for McDonald's.
Oh, yeah?
I think that they should use I think they should try and do it would just be like, McDonald's, we respect you.
Oh, God.
I just can't do it. Like, I hadn't eaten McDonald's, like, since I moved here, which was over a year. And, like, the last time I ate it, it just made me sick. Like, I couldn't handle it.
It doesn't feel good.
And we're probably going to get sued by McDonald's after this episode.
I don't care.
I'm going to have to sue them once they steal my idea. I think it would be super funny if that's what they... I'd start eating there again.
Their slogan has lasted for a really long time. I think they might be trolling around for a new one.
Yeah.
They're totally going to steal it.
Yeah.
I was just wondering, what if... Okay, so there was that plot point in one episode of It's Always Sunny where, like... Okay, so if you marry someone and they have a lot of debt and then you get divorced, you take half of their debt. Right? Isn't that I believe so.
I didn't know that.
I don't know if that's true. It's probably TV true.
Okay, I was about to say, was that like a real thing or just in the
I don't
episode?
know. It might have been just in the... I don't know law. I re-studied reading. So,
it sounds like true, though.
But I think suing someone should be, like, just like that. Like, if you're going to sue someone, if you're going to roll those dice and be a dick and sue someone... and they have no money, and they just have a shit ton of debt, you get half their debt.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be great? Cool deal.
But then you could go into debt and then just become a shitty person, hoping that somebody sues you.
Oh, yeah.
To, like,
to take on your debt?
Yeah. To get rid of some of this, I'm going to go steal some copywritten ideas.
Yeah. we just keep going back to people being the worst. Every time, just like, oh yeah, other people suck. Not you guys, listeners. You're lovely. We love you.
You guys are the best.
Socrates said that some people think that everyone's good, and some people think that everyone's bad. But probably everyone's just in the middle. Probably everyone's average.
Everyone's just okay.
Yeah.
Bell curve, right?
Yeah. Bell curve. So,
do you have a favorite, like, philosophical concept?
Oh, I don't know. I've been really into... I don't know. I've been reading some Karl Popper lately. He said stuff about falsifiability in science and, like, philosophy of science. Like, how do we know that science actually gets us knowledge? And it's actually really interesting because, like... science never gives you any facts. It only gives you this theory that's tentative, and then it gets disproven later. So it's almost like all our scientific knowledge is already wrong. We're just waiting for another fact to come along and disprove it. And, like, he had this whole theory about, like, you didn't get truths from science. You got stuff that was, like, truth-like, I think he called it. It was like a word, like
certain truthiness to it.
Truthiness, like Colbert's word.
Now we're gonna get sued by Colbert.
Well, that's in the dictionary.
Yeah.
He added the dictionary. I think it was called verisimilitude or something like that. It meant
verisimilitude.
Verisimilitude, yeah. Right. It's like truth. It's about as close as we got, and that's what he said about science. I mean,
couldn't that be good enough, though?
It has to be
to some degree.
Yeah,
I mean, like
it's all
it
we
has
got.
to be.
It's better than the alternative, which is.
I mean, people try to disprove certain things, and I'm not calling some discoveries
science on blast.
Yeah, oh yeah. I'm not calling.
Listen up, science.
Yeah, I'm not saying that like, these discoveries like lead towards what could be the truth. I mean, but even then, like the truth seems like some sort of like a distant ghost or something. Like we can't really see it, and even when we think we get to it, it might still be even further away. Or a mirage, rather. So,
yeah, that was another interesting, like radical skepticism.
Radical skepticism, not just regular kind.
Oh yeah, I think they call it that because it's just impractical to live as one. It's a position that exists, but you couldn't actually live as one. Like you couldn't practice it.
I thought it was skepticist who just like skateboard and surf all the time. I don't believe it.
Radical. Hitting that half pipe.
Sorry, that was a terrible pun.
I think we should draw it.
None of this exists, Ollie.
The radical skeptics just say that if you notice, you can never justify any of your beliefs because each belief you justified would need another justification. Sort of like a kid asking why over and over again.
Right, yeah.
And you would never reach a complete explanation of anything. And if you never have a full justification, then you'd never have a perfectly good reason to believe anything. So we can't believe anything at all. We can't even believe that these are my hands.
Might as well just sit down and whatever the fuck is below you.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. In one of the... Do you guys ever read Douglas Adams? He did The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Universe.
No.
Oh, they're really good books. I'd recommend. The president of the universe is a radical skeptic in the book. And it's like... It's on purpose. It's funny. But he'll like talk to his cat and he'll be like, well... What's up? And then he'd be like, do you like fish? I know you've eaten fish before, but I can never have a justification. So maybe you don't like fish. It's funny. Yeah.
I need to read those. I have a lot of reading to do.
Summer reading lists.
Yeah.
Yeah, building it up. I'm reading Canticle of Leibowitz right now. Yeah. It's pretty good.
I don't
know
what that is.
It takes place sometime in the future. I don't know whether it's like a couple of 100 years or something, but it's after this like flame deluge, which is like you can imagine it as a bunch of nuclear bombs going off, and this story follows this brother in the future. Like it's a very like religious sort of future. Like there are seminaries and like there are these temples and things like. And it's following some brother in like the Utah desert, and he finds a bunker, and it has materials or these papers written by this guy named Leibowitz. So he like runs back and he's like, "Look, it's the saint." I saw it, and they're like, these brothers or these priests like, "We don't believe you, spank." And that's where I'm at right now. It's pretty early on in the book. I got some more reading and riding on the L to do. That's where I get most of my reading done when I'm not driving.
It's the way to go.
Yeah.
I've been foregoing like actual books for comic books lately.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah. I mean, one of them, I'm partway through Habibi. Have you guys heard of that one?
No.
It's very good and very sad.
Yeah,
but beautiful.
I when you first had that, like, I remember seeing it on the coffee table, and I was like, "What is this?" And I read like 10 pages of it, and was just like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, it's told from the point of view of a young woman who gets sold into marriage at 12.
Oh God!
In the Middle East.
Sounds terrible.
But it's a beautiful story so far. I'm only like 100 pages in. But the artwork is amazing. It's all black and white, and it's very good. But it's a huge fucking book. Actually, I had a bit about it, but like this girl that I was seeing for a little bit, she gave like I love giving people books. Like, I don't expect to get them back usually.
Yeah.
But she was like, let's trade books. And she gave me 5 books. And I was like, oh, shit. Okay.
5 out of you.
And one of them was Habibi's like a couple inches thick. So I was like, oh, this is awkward.
And you guys aren't together anymore?
No.
Ooh.
I didn't get my books back, and
books.
she didn't get her books back.
You guys not talk? Was it a rough ending?
No, it was mutual, but
Okay.
yeah, like we were only seeing each other for like a month, but it was like, I don't know, it was weird because she, like, her phone got disconnected or something. Like, I never heard from her again, but like her ex was a crazy person. Like thought the FBI and the CIA were like watching him.
Oh yeah, and you
so
were
I was
probably
getting updates about Well,
one of them.
No, yeah.
You involved in his paranoid delusions.
Yes. And we'll be right back after these non-messages.
Laughing without smiling. Test 1.
Hi, welcome back to Fuzzy People. We're here with Jason Melton and music liaison Tony Melville, and we're gonna play some games. Yeah,
Sounds great.
fantastic. The first.
So forgotten.
Our first game of today is it's in, I guess, a little bit in homage to Jason's podcast, What's Good with Jason Melton, because he talks a lot of positivity on his podcast, which I love. It's fantastic. So we're going to play a game called Good, Bad, or Ugly. And you and Tony are going to be playing. There's no real winner, because winning is nothing. So we're going to read you some scenarios, and you're going to tell us whether you find them to be good, bad, or ugly.
We're going to find what you really think about.
Yeah.
What you really think about these things, these hard-pressed topics. Jesse, what you got?
All right, I'm going to start with blowing bubbles.
Do you want to go first, or should I go first?
You can go first.
I think that seems good.
All right,
Is that
Tony.
I'm going to say bad.
Bad, okay.
The bubble solution gets sticky, and then you get it all over yourself, and then you're just sticky and weird because you've been blowing bubbles.
bubbles roll, dude?
Bubbles themselves do rule. I like bubbles, but the act of blowing them, there's a lot of contingency there. You never know what could happen. You might have an asthma attack when you're trying to blow a bubble. Sorry, I'm being really negative. We'll move on to the next one.
Good. Jason, blowing snot bubbles.
Oh, that's not good. It's ugly.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with ugly on that one.
All right.
Especially if they're accidental, because that's happened to me before, and it's not a good thing.
Accidental snot bubble. No good.
Okay. Good, bad, or ugly? Postage stamps or postage stamps?
Postage stamps. They're fine.
Good or bad or ugly?
I'd say they're
Within the parameters.
necessary for the government to make money off of providing postal service.
That's too long of a name for a game, so good, bad, or ugly.
Well, they're bad.
All right.
I'm gonna say ugly because for some reason every time I think of stamps, I think about this story that I heard about this woman licking a stamp and it had cockroach eggs on it.
I remember that one.
Terrific. That's ugly.
That's really fucking ugly.
It's also bad.
Ooh. All right. Tramp stamps.
Oh. Tramp stamps are good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need to
Yeah.
qualify that one. That's good.
Okay.
The scarlet letter of our generation.
Good, bad, or ugly. Visiting Graceland.
Oh, it was good. I've done it.
I never have, but yeah, good.
Okay. visiting Nancy Graceland.
I guess it's ugly.
Very, very ugly.
No questions.
Not a place I want to go.
Hiding in your bedroom as your roommate masturbates in the living room.
It's ugly.
Oh, yeah, it's ugly.
All right. You bursting out of your bedroom, masturbating as your roommate does his homework in the living room.
It's also ugly.
Wait, I'm the one doing the bursting out?
Yep.
Good. Sorry, Jesse. It's really funny.
Yeah.
This one gets heavy. Holy War.
Holy war. A holy war. This bad.
Yeah, that's just bad.
Okay. Abortion to save the mother's life.
Oh. That's...
Yeah, here we go. Ethics.
It's ugly. But maybe necessary.
Oh, gray areas.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with ugly, because that definitely covers that, like, it's just a messy decision.
Took a weird turn.
I'm actually pro-abortion. Like, people are pro-life, pro-choice. Then there's pro-abortion people like me who think we want to increase abortions.
All right. Taking a shot of rum.
It's good. I like it.
As much as I like to drink, I'm going to say bad, because I've just had too many awful experiences with rum.
Okay. Taking a shot in the bum.
That's ambiguous.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Interpret it any way you like.
Butt chugging.
Just going to say ugly. Because I am personally, like, I can't imagine any situations where I want to get a shot in the bum.
No.
Whatever definition of it you decide to choose.
Whatever shooting in.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
All right. Next up, good, bad, or ugly. Tommy Wiseau's The Room.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's a movie.
Oh.
I see it.
I haven't had access to movies in 2 years.
But see, it's so bad it's good.
I know,
can't,
that's why
like,
I picked it.
Well, I'm going to say good, because the first 10 minutes of it, I was just like, what is happening? And then it's good, yeah.
Okay. And I guess you're going to have to opt out of this one as well. Tommy Wiseau's Weird Alien Butt.
Is that a movie?
No, it's from the one of the 3 sex scenes that happen in this movie. He walks in, he's got he looks like an alien person, and he's got a weird butt.
Okay. I'm going to say good, why not? It makes the movie that much better.
Are you writing this as we speak?
Taking notes. Okay. Young, inexperienced puppy love.
It's good. I love love.
Yeah.
Okay. Old, raw, loose love.
Also good.
Yes.
That seems a little thinly veiled, Richard.
Hey, I gotta have plans for when I'm 70.
Hugging your mom.
It's good.
Good.
Hugging a stranger's mom.
Probably also good.
Yeah. Yeah. Why not? Hugs are great.
I agree. Hugs are great. Richard?
So I don't know the person, but I know it's their mom.
The moms are wonderful.
Stranger's mom.
It's your mom. You have a good mom. I'd like to hug her now.
It's an odd situation.
That's how you prove she's a wonderful mom. Right? Sweating on a vinyl couch.
Bad.
Yeah, that's bad.
Sweating on a fat slouch.
What is a fat slouch?
It's a fat slouch.
I don't know what a slouch is.
Oh, just I guess he's Bad, he has poor posture.
It's someone who's slouching. It's a slouch.
Are you sweating on him, though?
Yeah, it's ugly.
Yeah.
Please fix your posture before I sweat on you.
Ugly.
Ugly. Okay.
Okay, good, bad, or ugly. Vindication through arson.
That's rough. Bad.
Yeah, you say that's bad.
Okay.
There's better ways to solve your problems.
Yeah,
Vindication through Carson Daly.
that's good.
That's ugly.
I don't know what it could be. He says TRL something. I don't know. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I just don't think people should be subjected to Carson Daly less than arson. That's why.
We all agree.
Amen.
Okay. Dancing all night long.
That's good.
I'm gonna say bad. I don't like to dance.
No? Oh, you got some dancer's legs. No dancing?
We'll have to put a picture of those on Machine Culture for everyone to see.
Alright. Prancing all night long.
I'd say that's good also.
I'm gonna go with good on that one.
Prance through the city. Alright. Make it a good summer.
Alright, guys. Good, bad, or ugly. Stealing to feed your family.
Oh, that's ugly.
Yeah, ugly.
Stealing to feed Steve Buscemi.
It's good.
Just like the opportunity to feed Buscemi. I don't care how I get the food. I don't care how I get the food.
I feel like you would eat food out of my hand like a bird. I just imagined a bird body with Steve Buscemi's head.
Oh, I want that to be made now.
Yeah, that'd be really great.
I'm really good at making shitty Photoshop pictures. I can do that.
Please make that so we can
yes.
put it on our website.
All right.
Bird Shemmy.
All right. Being Ash Ketchum.
Being Ash Ketchum from Pokemon.
Yeah.
That's good.
Good. That was my childhood dream.
Beating Ash Ketchum.
Ambiguous. In Pokemon or as a
In real life.
violence?
Violence.
Right.
Is there a category better than good? Because that would make me feel like such a badass if I could. Although he doesn't evolve any of his Pokemon, so.
Oh, yeah, he loves him too much. Yeah.
When they evolve, do they become a different person?
I think so. I think that was like his reasoning was like they change.
Yeah, you didn't want to like have to start over and like love him again. He loves him now.
So he's very selfish. Last question. Good, bad, or ugly? Clint Eastwood.
Is that because there's a movie based on him? This game? Or whatever?
No questions.
I don't know. Clint Eastwood.
Don't dissect it.
He loves guns or whatever. He's good.
Yeah, Clint Eastwood, early career, good. Gran Torino, ugly.
Yeah.
Like Gran
That movie
Torino?
is autobiography, right?
It's angry old man manifestation.
And that has been good, bad, or ugly. I genuinely want to like well because he's a good actor and a good director, but he's also pro right and old crotchety man, and also he's gotten pretty ugly. So I guess for the last game we're gonna play a quick round of the super fun game.
Sounds fun.
Y'all ready for this?
The super fun game, as everyone who's listening knows by now. Actually, no. Who knows? We've had like...
They know it.
They know it. But Jason, the super fun game is something we used to play in long car rides with my family.
Okay.
The beauty of the super fun
Rich,
game...
Jesse, and I all played it in long car rides with Jesse's family.
Yeah. Yes. We. It's basic. The beauty of it is not a game. It's literally just free word association.
Oh.
It's great.
Okay, sounds fun.
Anything that pops to mind.
So I looked up Merriam-Webster's word of the day, and this keeps happening. We keep getting perfect words.
We pick the first word of the day.
No. We keep getting perfect words.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
The word is amiable.
Amiable. Like to be able to make friends with easily.
Yeah, being friendly, sociable. Yeah,
Wonderful.
Amiable.
generally agreeable.
So is there a pattern or a structure to the game?
Yeah.
We just go around the circle.
Okay.
So amiable's your word?
Amiable.
Oh, my friendship.
Warm.
Burrito.
Tony's burrito mix. It can be phrases.
As I Lay Dying, the book.
Graveyards.
Stephen King.
It.
Thing.
Creatures.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Lace?
Swimsuit.
Briefs.
Big Lebowski.
Bowling.
Steve Buscemi.
Bullwinkle.
Glasses.
Asses.
Glasses.
Facets.
Fascists.
Asses.
Grundorf.
Ganondorf.
Zelda.
Link.
DJ Lighting.
Banjo Kazooie.
My cousin's basement.
The basement. Oh.
Bubblegum.
Darts.
Farts.
Smells.
Existence.
Dark. Just
Sunglasses.
At night.
In the morning.
Tired.
Dude, I was hoping you were going to say bagel bites.
If only.
Pizza in the morning. Pizza. Okay. Tired. Naps.
Craps.
Plants.
Siesta.
Hank the cow dog.
What?
There's a Hank the cow dog book where like his owner keeps saying he's
No, I'm not. What is that? What is?
It's a children's like book series. It's kind of like the Hardy Boys. I read a shit ton of them when I was a kid. Hank the cow dog.
It's cat dog.
Goosebumps.
Choose your own scare.
Beyonce.
Jay-Z.
Put a ring on it.
Single ladies.
He did.
Yeah, he followed through. Single ladies.
People on the CTA.
Smelly.
People on the CTA with bikes.
Piss.
Oh, shit sock.
I don't.
Shit sock.
Queasy.
Windsock.
Sleazy.
Cheesy.
Greasy.
Lemon freeze pop.
Underdog.
Underwear.
I don't know what you're talking. Underwear. What about underwear? Sorry, I can't read. I think that's good. Yeah. It was weird because it became you and Tony were playing off of each other, and then we were playing. It was very weird. It would just skip. It would just skip like.
Well, I'd listen to what he was saying so I could think of something and have a really quick response for you. Because I wanted to make it go really fast. That was my strategy.
Jason, thank you for being here. This has been a lot of fun. You guys should check out Jason's stuff. He is. What do you want to plug? What do you got?
Check out the Yeah Buddy Awesome Time twice a month, Brainstorm Comics in Wicker Park, Chicago. And my open mic on Wednesdays at Pint in Wicker Park, Chicago. Literally 2 doors down from the same show.
Also, check out his podcast.
Check out my podcast.
With Jason Melton.
If you're listening to this podcast this far, you may listen to another one.
Might as well.
Do you have a tweeter?
Addictive behaviors.
Yeah, my Twitter is at Captain J Moses.
Dig it.
Yeah.
I'm on Twitter at Jesse Nicholas, JESSENICOLAUS.
And I'm at KNIACUK at Kniauzuk.
And I'm usually on the couch reading.
Special thanks to one Mike Megan for letting us use the song Neo Ritual as our theme song. If you like what you hear, check him out. He's on RXM Reality on Facebook and SoundCloud. Find us on machineculture.com. And coming soon to iTunes. And if you want to talk to us or at us or whatever, we are at machineculture@gmail.com. Thanks for listening, guys. We love you. Bye.
I like how we all made.
Except for Richard.